If you went to school in the U.S., then you've probably read To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Stay tuned to hear 5 ways this book perpetuates racism. For more videos on race, history, and current events, please subscribe to this channel and power to the people. Fist bump that notification bell so you can get updates on when we upload new videos. Hi YouTube, welcome to the Anti-Racism Academy. I'm your host, Brandy Blocker Anderson, and I'm a triple Ivy League educated lawyer, teacher, activist, and the mother of an adorable 3-year-old named William. In this episode, we're going to unpack the 5 ways Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird promotes racism and why we should drop it, or at least recontextualize it, in our curricula. Number 1, no disrespect to Harper Lee, but To Kill a Mockingbird is overrated, and it's a prime example of why race relations have stalled since the book was published. First, as a semi-autobiographical story, the novel centers Lee's experience as a white girl growing up in the South. This centering of Harper Lee via Scout perpetuates racism by sending the reader the message that the most important and compelling voice on racism is that of a white person. While Mockingbird highlights some issues of racial injustice, it doesn't seek to hold the racist society accountable for its corruption and does more to humanize racists than the black people who are the subject of their racism.
Even though it's such an indictment of racism, it's not really an indictment of the racist, because there's this understanding there that that was the normal then.
Number 2, Atticus Finch promotes white complicity, and the black characters are one-dimensional afterthoughts. As the novel's moral compass, Atticus Finch has come to symbolize the quintessential white ally. However, a closer look at the text reveals that at best, Atticus is passively complicit in maintaining the town's racial hierarchy. At worst, he's an active agent of maintaining this caste system. The latter reading is supported by Lee's original portrayal of Atticus as a member of a white supremacist organization who doesn't believe that black people are ready for civil rights. In the original manuscript, Atticus only agrees to represent a black man to prevent the NAACP from doing so, thereby preventing the civil rights organization from coming to town and disrupting the white supremacist status quo. In both versions, Atticus's defense of a black man merely serves to legitimize the racist, corrupt system by virtue of his presence. In addition, Atticus serves as a poor example of how parents and teachers should talk to their kids about race. For example, when Scout asks Atticus about the N-word, he tells her that it's just a word used by trashy, ignorant people, and it doesn't mean anything. This is dangerous messaging, as he fails to acknowledge the power in this word and how it's been weaponized to deny black people's humanity. He also downplays the KKK's terrorism and teaches his kids to sympathize with racists like Miss Dubose and Bob Buell, the book's main antagonist. Finally, the black characters are one-dimensional. When Atticus challenges his kids to, hypothetically, climb into someone else's skin and walk around in it, he only encourages them to climb into white skin. Scout and her brother are never asked to specifically consider what it feels like to be Tom Robinson or his wife Helen. Again, this privileging of white people's perspective on racism and how we should respond to it over the voices and experiences of black people needs to stop. We also don't need to be teaching our kids to sympathize with racists in this day and age. Comment down below, were you required to read To Kill a Mockingbird? Number 3, the plot plays on racial fears and stereotypes while whitewashing the history of violence against black bodies. The main conflict in Mockingbird arises when Mayella Ewell, a poor white woman, falsely accuses Tom Robinson, a black man, of rape to cover up her affections for him. Lee's use of the black man falsely accused of rape by a white woman narrative is somewhat reductive, as it obscures the history of lynching as a tool of political and economic disenfranchisement and terrorism. Number 4, To Kill a Mockingbird normalizes a culture of racism and oppression. At the end of the novel, nothing in the town has changed. Black men will still be wrongfully accused and lynched, and segregation will persist. But hey, at least Scout's a better person, right? When the children repeatedly question the town's racism, the adults explain it away, thereby reinforcing and normalizing the culture of racism and oppression. Number 5, black people are powerless in To Kill a Mockingbird. In addition to the black characters being one-dimensional, Their lack of agency is most embodied in the title of the book itself. The act of killing a mockingbird represents the senseless murder of an innocent creature. Tom Robinson is the quintessential mockingbird as a poor, physically disabled, and falsely accused black man. When Scout mentions her father's use of the phrase, "It's a sin to kill a mockingbird," to Miss Maudie replies, "Your father's right. Mockingbirds don't do one thing but make music for us to enjoy, but sing their hearts out for us. That's why it's a sin to kill a mockingbird." When applied to Tom Robinson, this quote can be read as dehumanizing and super racist because it implies that good, law-abiding black folks are here to serve others. So that's why they shouldn't be killed. Although the social outcast Boo Radley is also positioned as a mockingbird, he too has no character arc and serves the main characters by heroically saving the kids from Bob Ewell, the abusive, murderous racist with whom Atticus taught the kids to sympathize. In many ways, Boo is cast as a central mockingbird, as his character is used to demonstrate how Scout learns to empathize with Boo Radley, a white man who did nothing but mind his business and save her life. Yay, growth. Also, how are there supposed to be multiple symbolic mockingbirds when only one gets killed? Tom Robinson. The bottom line is, although To Kill a Mockingbird may be viewed by many as revolutionary for its time, it has outlived its usefulness in our high school English curriculum.
Hang it up, flat screen.
This low-key, racist, apologist historical fiction novel, written through the eyes of a white woman, does not reflect the racism our students face, witness, and perpetuate in this day and age. By continuing to teach this text as essential reading, we're suggesting to our students that racism only existed in the past. The book closes with Atticus reading Scout to sleep with a bedtime story. And that's exactly what To Kill a Mockingbird is, a bedtime story that continues to lull folks into thinking that doing the bare minimum is somehow heroic. If you like this video and think more content like this should exist on YouTube, please subscribe, like the video, comment below, share it with your circles, and power to the people, fist bump that notification bell so you can receive updates on when we post new videos. I've been your host, Brandy Blocker Anderson. Thank you so much for watching.